A very good evening and thank you for joining us on this week's mid-edition of Primetime News. I'm Selima Shimwefeleni Masipa. Our top story tonight takes us to State House, where President Dr. Hage Geingob presided over the commissioning ceremony of Namibia's head of mission designates earlier today. We now bring you a portion of the proceedings.
Mr. Vasco Sambofu, represent me in the Republic of Austria as the ambassador of the Republic of Namibia. You are well aware of the interests between Namibia and Austria, and I believe that you share my desire to consolidate and enhance these relationships. My faith in your character and ability gives me complete confidence that you will carry out your duty in a manner fully acceptable to the leadership of the Republic of Austria. I have entrusted you with the confidence of the leadership of the Republic of Austria, asking that you be received favorably and be given full confidence or credits to what you shall say on behalf of the Republic of Namibia.
Moving on, Vice President Nangolo Mbumba has called on all stakeholders to take responsibility for human-wildlife conflict, stating that it should not be solely up to government and the line ministries to manage. Mbumba made these remarks during the opening of the 3-day National Conference on Human-Wildlife Conflict Management in the capital today.
I would like to thank the Ministry of Environment, Forestry and Tourism for hosting this important conference, which aims at reducing and managing human life conflicts in our country. Human life conflict, as many of us know, is complex and thus requiring multidimensional solutions. There is no one solution to this problem. The impact of this conflict on people and their properties is a difficult challenge that conservation agencies and institutions such as the Ministry of Environment, Forestry and Tourism are faced with. That's why many of us are here.
The government of the Republic of Namibia, through the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Tourism, has instituted a process to reform and develop policies and laws within the environment sphere in order to address many of our constraints that the environment places upon people and vice versa. These reforms and development also encourage various innovative partnership between key stakeholders in the environmental and the conservation field, such as regional councils, traditional authorities, non-governmental organizations, community-based organizations, donor agencies, and the various ministries with the environmental and the conservation interests within their areas of jurisdiction. Our policies have been and are developed to address specific environmental and wildlife management issues, rural development, tourism, and also poverty eradication.
NamPower has made a significant announcement stating that it will suspend the electricity supply to defaulting regional and local authority councils if they fail to settle their debt by June 5th, 2023. We have further details on this developing story.
The National Power Utility, in a statement, said it is owed over $1 billion by the targeted institutions and will write off the interest portion of the outstanding debt accrued over the preceding 12-month period should the defaulting customers settle the outstanding amount in full by 31st May 2023. Other local authority councils mentioned are Rehoboth, Marienthal, Karasberg, Gobabis, Aranos, Maltair, Ludres, Gibeon, Queens, Lunardville, Partseba, Kalkrand, Stampriet, Vetvlei and Aruap. Nampower said to limit the continued escalation of debt, it will commence with the suspension of electricity supply to defaulting customers starting 5th of June 2023 unless the outstanding overdue amounts are settled. It issued a disconnection plan whereby power supply will be suspended for a minimum of 4 hours weekly per location. The number of hours or period of suspension will increase in instances where no full payment is forthcoming.
Erongo Governor Neville Andre Itope has underscored the significance of effective governance as a vital element for socio-economic development and social cohesion. The governor emphasized the importance of strong, accountable and transparent institutions, the delivery of quality services, the protection of people's freedoms and the effective combating of corruption to foster an inclusive society. Our regional correspondent Isabel Bento brings you a comprehensive report on this topic.
Erongo Governor Neville Andre Itope has emphasized the importance of effective governance as a critical component for socio-economic development and social cohesion. The governor highlighted the need for robust, accountable and transparent institutions delivering quality services, protecting people's freedoms and effectively combating corruption to build inclusively society for effective governance. The topics to be discussed at the town hall meetings include housing delivery, sanitation, health, infrastructure development, roads, schools, water and electricity.
Stay tuned for the business segment. Welcome to the business segment. In a collaborative effort, the Ministry of Agriculture, Water and Land Reform, along with Treasury and key stakeholders in the meat sector, is dedicated to securing a sustainable future for Meatco and enhancing its value creation within the livestock sector. According to Agriculture Minister Kale Schlettwein, this initiative aims to reinstate Meatco's position as a leading player in the sector, effectively re-establishing its status as a de facto monopoly. Let's listen in.
Meatco in the past had the advantage of being a de facto monopoly. It traded as a single entity with all the meat that was available, both north and south of the cordon fence. But this situation has changed drastically. Meatco withdrew from the north, and in the south, market forces made it possible for private-owned abattoirs and beef entities to enter the market. The result was that Meatco's market share fell drastically from almost 100% to now 25%, 30%, thereabout. And that drastic market share loss had a very severe impact on Meadco's bottom line. We must be very clear that it has not so much to do with who owns Meadco. Our public interest, or the public interest in Meadco, is to make livestock farming profitable in the country. And if Meadco is needed for that, and we believe it is, then we must pursue that public interest. We must engage and develop strategies that is possible. Livestock sector is the mainstay of agriculture still. In areas and people farming in it. So Meadco's financial difficulties must be solved. Meadco must be restructured in a way that it becomes back into a profitable situation. And there will be, as I indicated in our annual staff meeting, there will be some tough decisions to be made. The current structure is not fit for purpose. It is too expensive.
That concludes our top news segment for tonight. Stay tuned for the economics roundup, followed by the latest weather update. Welcome to Sport Planet. Liverpool Football Club has made a request for their opening match of the upcoming season to be scheduled as an away game. This request is intended to provide sufficient time for the completion of preparations on their new Anfield Road stand. The ongoing $100.86 million redevelopment, which began in September 2021, is expected to be finished during the summer. The project will add approximately 7,000 additional seats, increasing the stadium's total capacity to over 61,000. To accommodate potential test events and any necessary additional work on the pitch due to the construction activities, Liverpool is seeking extra time to ensure a seamless opening of the new stand on the second weekend of the new campaign. Still on European football news, Sergio Busquets, the esteemed midfielder, has confirmed that he will be leaving Barcelona at the end of his contract in June, marking the conclusion of a highly successful era at the club. In an Instagram post, Busquets stated, "The moment has arrived to announce this is my last season at Barcelona. It has been an unforgettable journey. Throughout his career, Busquets has been instrumental in Barcelona's triumph, including winning the Champions League 3 times and claiming the La Liga title on 8 occasions before the current season, where Barcelona is poised to clinch the title once again after a 4-year gap." Since making his debut under former coach Pep Guardiola in 2008, the 34-year-old has been a pivotal figure for Barca, eventually assuming the role of captain in 2021. Stand by for your sports roundup. That brings us to the end of tonight's broadcast. We sincerely appreciate your viewership, and we hope that our news and sports segment provided you with valuable information. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for the latest news and updates. On behalf of myself, Salima Shumwefeleni Masipa, and the dedicated crew behind the scenes, we wish you a delightful evening. Good night.